If you want to know how an Australian CV looks like, then keep watching. Hello my people. Welcome back to my channel. It's again Rita, your favorite finance lady. Guys, welcome. So today I'll be talking about Australian accepted CV formats. That's how I get it in my mails. Like, I get a lot of mails on, oh Rita, can you help me like review my CV and to see if it meets the Australian standard, or I don't know how to write Australian standard CV. Everything Australian. There is nothing like Australian standard CV, but there is something like a good CV. A good CV that can get you a job anywhere in the world, not just Australia, trust me, anywhere in the world. So in this video, I'm going to give you the hints on how to like package or the composition of a good CV. So I always try to make this personal. Like most of my videos, I will tell you I've experienced it, I've done it before, so I will just give you the hints. So the thing is just right, there are no two CV look alike. What do I mean? So my CV format is quite different from my husband's CV, and it's also quite different from my husband's friend's CV, but the content of the CV are similar. Yes, so that's what I said. There's nothing like an Australian format. Oh, it has to be like this, or you have to use a particular font, or you have to use a particular size or color or whatever. No, there is nothing like a particular template or a format. You understand? But there is something like a good format, a good template, which can, you know, when you have a CV with a good template, a good format, you know, whatever, you can be able to use that CV to apply to any job all over the world. So the same CV I used to apply to Australian jobs, or that I used to get this job, is the same CV I used to apply for UK jobs. I apply for a lot of jobs, not just Australia, UK, Canada, and all of that. It's still the same CV format. So there is nothing like I said, like maybe it has to be like one particular way, you know. So I'm going to break it down of give you the good composition. So I'm going to use my CV as an example. So this is my screen. If you see me looking at this side, I'm looking at my CV. I've shared like my CV to few people. That's like a few months ago, like people that like accountants, auditors, so you guys will have an idea. So my CV, yeah, so I just sent my CV to them to like guide them and all of that. So I'm not going to send CV to anybody again, because I've been getting lots of messages and I can't reply all of them. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm also making this video, so to break it down to everybody. So the format and everything is the same thing. I always encourage people to like watch other videos. Don't just watch one video, don't just watch my video, watch other people's video. You will definitely, what you did not pick in my video, you pick it from another person. What you do not learn from my video, you definitely learn from another person. So that's how life is, right? You just get different people's opinion, put it together, and boom, you make your mind-blowing opinion or advice or whatever that you want. So I am going to be looking at my CV, and we are going to start here. So the first thing about CV, so you can also call it resume, but I think I would prefer to call it CV because it's just C and V. Resume, it sounds like French, like resume. I can't be saying how to write a resume. I'm playing too much. Let's go down to business, guys. So for a good CV, I don't know if you can see it this way, but I will just be giving you guys the hint of how it looks like. So the first thing about CV that you need is basically your details, so intro about yourself. So basically you want to have your name, your address. So now you're trying to make like an international CV, or what you call an Australian CV. You might not, and if you're applying from overseas, for example, if you're applying from Kenya, you don't have to put your full street address. You can just put your state and the country. For example, Nigeria, the address that I can just put there is maybe Lagos, Nigeria, or Abia State, Nigeria. You don't have to put the particular place, the particular street you're living. It's international. Nobody's going to find you come to your house or to your door. You just want to know the country or maybe the state you're living, so you can just put the address there. The next thing you need to put is your contact or your phone number or your mobile number. You can also put it there because they might actually reach you. And another thing you also need to put is your email address. That is the most important thing. You need to put your email address, functional email address. Then you can also put the link to your maybe LinkedIn page or whatever. So all this makes up your details. Then the next thing we are looking at in a good CV is your profile or objective. So profile objective is just something you talk about yourself. Okay, like let me meet you. about yourself. So about me, what I wrote in my CV is I'm a chartered accountant. I have like over 4 years experience. I specialize in external audits and other assurance services, you know, blah, 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 blah. So basically you put like info about yourself, like what you want to achieve, years of experience, or what you have achieved. Just something brief, like 3 to 4 lines or 5 lines if you want to write more. So it's just a brief, that's why it's called profile, something small or objective, yeah, about yourself, and that's it. Then after that, so for new grads or for fresher, you just graduated from uni and maybe you don't have any experience, you can just put your like your career objective, what you want to do, where you see yourself, or what you think you can do, you know, something like that. Just put it there. The next one will be your skills, or something we call your area or specialty. So there are some basic skills that you should have in a particular profession. So yeah, so you just need to put your basic skills. So basic skills can be time management, it can be attention to details, it can be strong communication. You can also put skills like, you know, your proficiency in what do they call that thing again? Proficiency is sort of like, you know how to use Microsoft software, Microsoft Word, all those kind of things, you know how to use a particular. Skills can be anything, man, but don't make it too bulky. And another thing about skills is you need to use your bullet points. So if you're talking about skills, I would want to put a bullet point and say, okay, time management, another bullet point, maybe good communication, another bullet point. There are a lot of, these are just examples, right? So when you talk about your skill, the next thing you're looking at is your work experience. So it depends on the CV. So like I said, if I'm comparing my husband's CV to my CV, my husband's CV has your details, your objective or profile, skills, then he has education before work experience. But my CV is the opposite, and it we see applied to the same Australian jobs. So like I said, there is no, the composition needs to be the same, the way it is needs to be the same, the informations need to be basically the same, but the way you arrange it might be quite different, you understand? So my CV has, after skills, I have my work experience. And your work experience, the first thing you need to put is your recent job, what you're doing right now. So maybe I'm working in A, B, and C company, I'm going to put it there. Then where I started 2019 till date, or 2019 dash ongoing, like you're still there, you're still working. Then you also need to put your position. Okay, I'm a senior associate or a senior accountant or a lead engineer or whatever. You need to put it there. Then before you now start listing those experiences, your experiences or your ability. Yeah, yes, or the main job experience. So that's it. So this job experience, this is where you need to, this is the main, like I feel this is the main body. So if I'm applying for a job, for example, so guys, I search for cleaner jobs. Yes, I have to put on my FBI skills to look for a job. So I searched for cleaner jobs online. I searched, oh God, I wish I can show you guys. I don't want to touch my camera because it took me time to adjust this camera. But I searched for cleaner jobs on Indeed, and this is a cleaner job. And I also searched for carpenter job. So this is another carpenter job. Oh, I wish I can show you guys, but maybe I'm going to put a snip somewhere here. So this is the carpenter job, and the carpenter job, so it's like the heading is carpenter wanted, and the name of the company is there. Is in Sydney, and the pay is $40 per hour, which I feel is quite high. So they need people for full-time, part-time, and subcontract. So why I'm using this as an example, because the last video I made was about unskilled jobs. So I feel carpenter also fall under unskilled jobs, right? The job description in the job you're looking for should picture or should mirror almost the same thing with what you have. Because when they say they are looking for somebody that can, for example, cut onion, and in your CV you want to apply for the job, but you have not cut onion before, like how are you going to apply for the job? The description does not even match. And remember, when you're applying for a job, sometimes it's not human being, it's not HR that reviews your CV. Sometimes it can be the AI, it can be all this software. So like companies now have softwares that help them to just review CV, and when the software checks the CV, it's search for keywords. If you don't have that keyword in your CV, you know, it will automatically send a rejection to you, and you'll be angry like, oh, why did I just get rejection so fast? You'll be surprised that there's some jobs you apply for, right? You get rejection like ASAP, and you'll be like, I just submitted this I just applied for this job just 1 minute ago, and I'm getting, yeah. So it's not HR that's reviewing, it's just the system, or what we call the artificial intelligence in the software that reviews the CV and just give you the rejection. So when I was applying for a job, most of the job application, or most of the jobs I've been seeing, most of the descriptions are the same thing. So they will ask for, oh, they need someone that can coach junior team members, or they need someone that can this. All those things are in my CV. Like, I cannot submit my CV and you give me rejection. You will give me rejection based on maybe something else that you've seen, but those keywords are actually there. So yeah, so that's one of the main things. So you need to ensure that each job description, or at least the keywords in the job description, are already in your CV. So now the challenge is, because the question will now be, for every job I'm going to apply for, am I supposed to update my CV? No, you're not supposed to do that. That's why I said that similar jobs are like that. So this is one carpenter job that is requesting for people to know how to use the hand tools, right? It's possible for you to see a similar job and they will also request the same thing. When your CV is already okay, prepared, when you just read the job description, you feel that, oh, they had added another thing, oh, they need somebody to coach somebody, and in your CV you don't have anything like coaching, just quickly type it there that, oh, I have coached. All those things are, I'm not saying you should lie, but all these things will go a long way. So I don't want this video to be too long, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Your descriptions, your responsibility, your roles in your CV should mirror what you have in the job you're applying for. Capish? It makes sense. So the next one we're going, don't make your CV to be maybe 2 to 3 pages is fine. If your CV is already entering 4 pages, there's problem. It's too much. Like, people will get tired to like read it. So just try to make it brief. Yeah, I know that you have done a lot of roles, responsibility. You want to pack it there. No, just, it's okay for you to leave it like 4 to 5 bullet points. Yeah, 4 to 5 bullet points in your roles, and I think it's fine. So you can try to maximize the 3 pages max, like 3 pages is fine. So for me, I just listed whatever I listed, my different places I've worked, different roles and all of that, and that's it. And the next one is education. So in education is very straightforward. Just put your what you graduated with, your degree or certificate. So if it's BSc or MSc or PhD or LLB, all these lawyers and doctors, your certificate, you can just put it there. Then the next line, you can just put your school, then also put the year when you started and when you ended, when you finished school. Then if you have MSc, BSc, whatever, just list all the schools under education. But my CV, the only thing I listed was university. I have only BSc, I don't have MSc. So I did not list my secondary school because I feel it's not needed. So I did not put it there. I just wanted my CV to still remain 3 pages. So I feel it's not necessary. They don't need, of course, if I can go to uni, I should definitely go to secondary school. So all those secondary school details, all those, some people will even put primary school, kindergarten. You don't need all those things. It's better for you to put like the last 2. Like, so if you have an MSc, you have to tell them you have a BSc. Makes sense. If you have PhD, you just show you have MSc and BSc. So I feel BSc or maybe National Diploma, ND or HND, like, should be the minimum. We don't really need to see college certificates. But if you are applying for unskilled jobs, like for example carpenter, and you did not go to school, so you didn't go to maybe uni or college, it's okay. You can just put any education you have so they can see it straight up. It's okay. Then the next one after education, or let me say under education, should also be professional qualification. So if you have any professional qualification or anything, that one can still form under education. Everything is still education. You must put it, because these are the things that help you like stand out. Just remember, you're not the only one applying for this job. Like, there are tons of people, lots of people applying for this job, and you want to stand out. So the only thing that's going to make you stand out is put it there. Show them that you are qualified, or let me even say overqualified for the job. But that's it. Then after that, after qualification, yeah, you can also put achievements, awards, training, all those things. Just put it there. Let them know that you are hot cake. So in my case, after my professional qualifications, I just put like professional trainings, the trainings I've attended, maybe awards, the other things to just show them that I have more potential. You understand? So that's it. So the next one is oh yeah, so that's it. Then you can also add languages. So yeah, it makes sense if you put language, especially if you're applying for overseas. You want to tell them that, oh, I don't just know English, or I also understand French, or okay, I can also speak Spanish. So if there's any other language, you can put it there. If it's only English, just put English, or you can just take it out. In my CV, there's nothing like language, so it's all good. What else? Then yeah, so I feel you can also add some other things to it. Like I said, there's no perfect format. If you see my husband's CV, I don't even understand how the CV, because the CV is so full. Like, he's an engineer, he has so many things in the CV, but he still maintains the 3 pages, and all these things I'm talking about is there. So you might have skills before experience, you might have experience before this. It's all right as far as your CV is readable, is okay, is free from error, is robust. Like, that's just a very good CV. To me, that's a very good CV. Then, for example, for accountants and project managers and auditors, sometimes you need to show numbers in your CV. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, you have done so jobs, you have done this, you have done that, and you need to put numbers to explain, some things. Please put the currency of the country. So if you're applying for example, you're applying for a job in UK, and you want to put the currency has to be in pounds. If you're applying for a job in Australia and you want to put the currency, just put your currency in dollars. You don't have to write AUD, just put dollars there. So at least they will know that, oh, this person actually took the time, oh, we can relate to these numbers and all of that. So yeah, basically that's it. I don't like making long videos, but I think I've explained it well. Then the last but not the least is reference. So reference, you don't need to put like all your references there. You can just put reference, can just be available on request. You don't have to put 5 references or 2 references. They don't need it. The first thing, they want to see your CV. When they say that your CV is good and all of that, along the line they will tell you, okay, provide your reference. So reference is not something you need to put in a CV, something you can just write available on request, So I think that's it about a good CV. I think I've explained everything. So yeah, so let me just give you the summary. So the first one has to be your details, your name and all of that. So the second one has to be like your profile, maybe your objective, brief thing about yourself, what you want to achieve and all of that. Then the next thing is about the skills or ability or area of specialty, something more to tell them that I'm qualified for this role. Then the next one is maybe your responsibility, or what we'll call your roles or your experience. That is the main body. As if you're saying a body of the letter, that is the main body. And you need to ensure that the key description in the job you are applying for, you have those key descriptions or keywords inside your responsibility or roles. Makes sense. Then the next one is maybe education, achievements, award, languages, and reference. So that this is like a normal CV format. Like, there's nothing like an Australian CV, or Australian CV has to be this way, it has to be K-leg, it has to be this. No. Now let me tell you what I'm saying, that there is nothing like Australian CV. When I started applying for a job in Australia, I have a friend here, and I told her to send me Australian format, and she sent me one page CV, and I looked at the one page. I have lots of experience. How can it fit into one page? And she said, oh, just put the summary, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't comfortable with it. I don't know if I did it. I think I did it. Then I applied. I wasn't getting anything. I was like, no way. I am not going to do this. It's like I'm just hiding myself. How can I just be putting 1 or 2 lines at experience? No. So that is, I came up with my own CV. I collected CV from like few of my friends that traveled abroad in Australia. Then I just combined like 2 CVs with my initial CV, and boom, I made the CV and I applied for the job. Yeah, and I got it. So I'm not going to, that's why I always say just have 2 or 3 pages is enough for you to explain your roles and like sell yourself and all of that. So now there's some things you don't have to put in your CV. First of all, your picture. Like, why are you putting your picture in your CV? It's only if you're a model, or if you are self-employed, you want to sell yourself to a client, you're looking for clients for your business or something like that. That's the only time I feel you can have your picture. But in normal CV, you're applying for a job, please don't put your picture. They don't want to see your face now. So don't put your picture, no reference. Like I said, just put reference available on request. Don't have to list all your references there. Spelling, grammatical error is very important. You need to ensure that your CV is free from all error. Try to use, is it F4 or F7 on your computer to ensure that all errors is, you don't have any single error out there. Don't put your age. They don't care about your age. Don't put your age in your CV. Like most jobs don't really ask you for age. So don't put your age in your CV. Your date of birth, they don't need it. All these are personal information that they will reach out to you and ask you. You understand? You don't need to put all those things in your CV. Your marital status, you're single, you're divorced, you're married, they don't care. So these are the things you don't need to put in your CV. So with a few points of mine, I hope I was able I hope I'm able to convince you and not to confuse you. And there's nothing like Australian templates, but there is something like a good template, a good CV. So guys, I think that's it. Then also another thing I almost forgot is I'm going to put the link of where you can download templates. So I understand that especially for unskilled jobs, for some of you that did not go to uni or any advanced learning and you don't have any idea how to write a CV, I am here for you. So I'm going to put a link in my description box. So there are different sites where you can get templates. Like when you just click on this site and search for carpenter CV, you will see the templates there. Just download it, pack them, and change all the informations there, and you're good to go, right? So there are different sites. We have, of course, Google is the number one thing. I use Google. I personally use Google for my CV. So I'm going to, go for Google. I think there's something called Quick Resume, called Novo Resume, then Canva, then resume.com. All these links or all these sites are where you can download already made templates. If you're looking for a cleaner template, just click on maybe Canva and search for cleaner templates. You can download it. You can download in PDF or in Word documents. Just download and edit and you have a good CV. So yeah, so guys, that's it. My mouth is paining me. So this is almost 12 midnight. I'm making this video. I'm so tired. You can see that I'm tired. I've been working and I said I must make this video for you guys. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you've learned a lot, if you've learned something, please give me a thumbs up. Comment below. I'll see your comments. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, click on that red subscribe button. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.